What's going on, fam? Boski Noodle Don here once again. So if you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button, run those like up, and drop a comment below with your thoughts. And you know what time it is. Today we're gonna cover Florida rapper named Cavani charged with second-degree murder. Boy, now I don't know if you guys have seen the video. The video's out there for all of you to see. So if you haven't seen the video, please go check it out. I've watched the video a few times just to get a proper understanding of what was caught on tape and how it went down to give my perspective. And, yeah, so let's get right into it. I'm gonna bring up the article so I can speak with respect on this young lady's name. You know, so let's get this going. Okay, so we got the source.com as the source for today's video. And the title is Florida rapper Vhani charging apparent murder of her manager. So this rapper, government name is Kavani Camilla Hicks, who's a Florida MC who goes by the name Kivani, has been charged with second-degree murder in the fatal shooting of her manager in the Woodwood section of Miami on October 8th. So, yes, this happened a few months ago, but the charges have now been officially made. The video footage shows an altercation between Hicks and another man not long before the rapper pulled out a weapon from her bag and fired the weapon several times. The manager, who could be seen in the video running from the gunfire, eventually collapsed and succumbed to his injuries. So, this is the video right here. Now, I have to give a warning. It's graphic violence. YouTube, please do not ban me for this, as this is all over news outlets. So, without further ado, I will actually play the video for you guys so you can see for yourself. See, so those are two men in a physical altercation with the rapper Cavani. Now, sorry for the loading issues, but you can see that's allegedly the manager running away from the gunfire as she continues to shoot. Now, the other male present gets in the car and proceeds to drive away, and in the process runs her over. So it's showing it again. That's the manager running away from the gunfire, and she continues to follow and fire more shots. So, with that being said, and that right there. So that being said, I mean, I don't know why the altercation even started. It started off as an argument between the rapper Cavani and her manager. Then proceeds to the point where the other male, not sure what the relationship was between the manager and the rapper Cavani, but hops out the vehicle and they both start to physically put hands on her to the point where they slammed her to the ground. Now, right away, right there, they're definitely in the wrong. You should never put your hands on a woman, particularly if she didn't put her hands on you first. And then it's two men against a woman. So, like I said, I'm not sure why it led to that, what the argument was about, what was going on. I don't know the context of the argument, and I'm not going to act like I do. However, they slam her to the ground and she starts to walk away, I guess, to, get some space to get her piece out. And when she gets her piece out and starts firing, they start running. So, right away, right there, as soon as they start to retreat, if she would have stopped right then and there. I mean, I'm pretty sure when she chased them down and kept firing, that's what ultimately killed them, right? But, as soon as you pull out and fire, and they start to run away and basically back off, if she would have stopped firing there and not proceeded to chase the man, I believe she would have gotten lesser charges. She wouldn't have gotten a second-degree murder, even if her manager did succumb to the injuries of the gunshot. because she didn't continue to proceed after they fled. She fired the initial shots and they started to run, which, obviously it's common sense. You're going to try to run away from the bullets. But she proceeded to chase down the manager and basically finish him off. Now the other male who got in I think they said it was a Lexus, sped off and in the process hit her with the car. I'm not sure if that was his intention or not. When somebody's opening fire on you, your first instinct is to get out of Dodge and get out of Dodge fast. I mean, I've never been shot at, but I mean, I've been in fight or flight situations where, I was outnumbered and I had to do what I had to do. You know what I mean? So, can only imagine what somebody's going through when they're getting shot at. So, I'm not taking any sides in this situation. I'm just calling a spade, And, at this point, it's like, all right, yeah. At one point, it was self defense, but the minute that somebody starts to retreat, then it kind of that's where the gray line or thin line between self defense and you know actual murder take place. So it's like if you're in a situation ever where, you have to actually use a weapon, a firearm to get people up off of you, the moment that they get up off of you and start to retreat, if you decide to chase them down, that is beyond self-defense. Self-defense, as far as I know when it comes to the law, is using whatever necessary force you need to get somebody up off of you so you're able to get away from the situation. But once though that goes past that line to the point where the tables turn because they were beating on her pretty bad. They slammed her on the concrete, The minute that they decide to retreat from you because you defended yourself in whichever way, if you continue to pursue them, it is no longer self-defense. Now, like I said, I don't know the history between the rapper Kavani and her manager and whoever that other dude was, this could have been just like a multitude of incidences before this that were never reported or known to the public. So, a lot of people go through abuse. Obviously, that was abuse right there on camera. And, like I said, if you own a firearm, you have to know the laws and the rules, particularly when it comes to self-defense. Um, nobody deserves to die, but at the same time, if you put yourself in a precarious situation, and with the state of the world and how the state of the world is and how people are, a lot of people on their last string, you don't never know what somebody is going through. So when you push a certain button and you don't know what button that is, because like I said, you don't know what people are going through. You don't know what's on their mind. You don't know how they're going to react to certain situations. Luckily my father schooled me to being street smart and to never ever welcome violence, but to always protect yourself. In the moment that you can get away from a violent situation, do it. Don't escalate it. You never want to escalate a situation because you never know what somebody is capable of. You never know what they're thinking about. And this is a prime example of that. I can guarantee you that those two men did not know that she was gonna pull out and open fire. They might have known that she may have had access to some guns or whatever, but did they even know that she had one on her at that time? That's what I'm saying. And once you put your hands on somebody, like people want to say what's justified and what's not justified. I'm not gonna argue that because I know in the streets there is no justice. And that right there is a perfect example of what they call street justice because the moment that you put your hands on somebody, all bets are off. Like you can kiss it goodbye as far as something being a what you would call what's the word I'm looking for? Damn, I'm lost for words right now. I guess I would say a proper response, right? Like you can't deem what's a proper response to somebody who's getting jumped, particularly a woman getting jumped by two men, right? And regardless, it don't matter if you're getting jumped or if you're putting your hands on somebody. Are you gonna really sit there and think that all right, they're not gonna react this way? How do you know? You don't know that. and you could quote unquote know somebody for a long time, but you don't know everything that they go through. You don't know how they think. You don't know how they feel. So, like, this is just another prime example. Stop putting your hands on people or be prepared for the worst. If you prepared to die, then by all means, do what you got to do. But I'm going to say it like this: there's a thin line between self defense and murder. The moment that you can get up out of a situation by defending yourself and the people who attacked you retreat, the moment that you follow them and continue to assault them, well, you can kiss that self defense goodbye. Now, I'm not sure what's going to happen as far as her sentencing, how long she's going to get, if she can get out early or things of that nature. But I just wanted to touch on this topic as it seems to be going viral right now. And a lot of people really don't know the law like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you're gonna be doing dirt, you gotta know the law. You know what I'm saying? And if you're ready to take somebody's life, you gotta know exactly what you're gonna go up against when it comes to dealing with legal issues. I can't stress that enough. And that's why it's like, guns should be like the last resort, but for some people, it's the first resort. It's the first thing that they go to. And if you don't know that by now, living in America, then where the hell have you been? You've been living under a rock. And that's all I'm gonna say for this topic. Drop the comments below, leave what you think, leave what your thoughts on this situation is. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button and run them likes up. Peace and one love, y'all. Oskino the Don.